Hello, my name's Ryan Patrick and I'm the founder and CEO of Docomonix. Today I'm going to be talking about a few conversational design best practices. I'm going to show you a couple of easy tips and tricks to greatly enhance the usability of your digital assistant. But in fact, more than that, what we're really trying to do is make your digital assistant indispensable so that your users choose to use the digital assistant as their primary method of interacting with your application, whatever that application might be. So what we're going to do is look at a hypothetical airline and a digital assistant that can answer questions about flight status and so forth. So I'm going to open up the digital assistant here. We're assuming I'm logged in, and I'm just going to ask. Now, I've got various versions of this intent coded up, and I'm going to start off with version 1, which is a very basic plain text response. Now, this is what you might do as a starting point as you're beginning to map out your conversation. What is the information you want to provide when somebody asks about the status of the flight? Now here, I'm telling you, oh great, you're booked on to the airline, the flight number, where's it from, where's it to, what time is it leaving? So it's got all the information that we want. Furthermore, it tells me the flight is on time, it tells me when I can check in, and it tells me when baggage checks opens. All the information is there, but the structure of that information is very poor in terms of enabling or encouraging a user to consume it. People don't read long messages in chatbots. That's too bulky, too dense a response for anybody to read. So let's take a look at what we can do with a bit of formatting and with really compressing that message down to the very basic information, the essential bits. So I'm going to try version 2 now. I'm just going to type in a slightly shorter form for the sake of convenience. Flight status version 2. Now look at this. So much clearer. Immediately I see the flight number and the airline. Okay, that's great. And it's on time. Perfect. Where am I going from, to? What time do I leave? What time do I get there? That's what hits me. Then there's a little bit more information if I'm interested. I'm booked on this flight. Baggage check opens at 3:15 in the afternoon. Good. What am I going to do next? Probably check in, maybe look for an upgrade. Okay. What we should be doing is anticipating the user's next action so that we can provide them with a quick action, a quick way to do that. So let's have a look at version 3 of this. Now, we've got the same information, but we've added a paragraph here. Online check-in is now open and seat upgrades are available. And we're just instructing the user they can type in check-in or upgrade to get started. We've lengthened the message here. We're sort of edging our way back to where we started with a lot of text. This is getting a bit too dense again for people to actually read. So we need to do something a bit more creative. Let's take a look at version 4. All we've done is split that message into 3. And that makes it so much more readable. The user's going to see 3 messages and they're going to read them sequentially. That first one, bang, everything you need to know, airline, flight number, on time, departure time, arrival time, perfect. You take your time to read that, then you move on to the second one, booked on this flight, baggage check opens at 15:15. The third one is still a bit long, but you will at least probably glance at it, but really it's not going to get consumed properly. So we need to do something to improve that. Now we're telling them here, type in check-in or upgrade to get started. I mean, frankly, typing in can be a bit laborious, so why don't we save them a bit of time and let's try V5 here. Give them some buttons. Perfect. Got the information about my airline, departure time, arrival time, booked, baggage check opens, and now a couple of buttons. I'm anticipating what the user's going to do next. And instead of making them type in what they want to do, we'll just give them the button. They click it and they're away. So we've got some really key concepts here. You can use, firstly, you've got to distill your message down to the essential information. Get rid of everything that's not needed. Just core information. Use highlighting, tables, bold, capitals, whatever you need to do to get the attention to the right place. And then if you have a lot of text to display, break it into 2 or 3 messages. And then when it comes to what are they going to do next, give them a button. Don't make them. They can type it in, but don't make them type it in. So if we now click upgrade, we're going to go into another part of this journey, and I want to talk about another concept, another best practice that we can implement. So we've talked about condensing your message, we've talked about using highlighting, we've talked about separate messages, and we've talked about quick actions. Let's see what happens when we say we want to upgrade. Okay, so this is reasonable. Good news, upgrades are available. Which class would you like to upgrade to? There's 3. Well, okay, and there's quick actions buttons to get me, presumably, to find out more. Let's click one of these. This message is quite long. Some good stuff. It's telling me how much it costs. That's going to be the first thing I want to know. It's telling me what I get for that $200. And then I got a collection of buttons. To be honest, there's too many and they're a bit too wordy for me to properly consume, to properly read. But they are providing the functionality that I would want. Actually do the upgrade, or okay, I want to see what business class has got to offer and how much that costs, so let's click that button. We've got the same format here. I can upgrade to business for $600, this is what you get, and I can even look at first class, but I'm doing a lot of navigating to get really the information that I want. When I'm looking for an upgrade, I want to know how much does it cost and what do I get, for the various classes that are available to me. This isn't really giving me that in a quick, simple, easy to understand way. And bear in mind that chatbot users, that's what they want. They want information that's quick, easy to consume. That's why they open the chatbot. Not everybody opens the chatbot. Some people are going to browse the website, but those that open it have an expectation about it being a very quick, efficient way to get the information they want and perhaps to complete the transactions that they want. And we're failing in that category here. We're not giving them that quick, easy to consume information. So let's try, and let's have another look at this. So I'm going to go flight status version 6. So we've got the same really well formatted message here, exactly as we looked at before. We've got the upgrade button, but it's going to do something a bit different now. Now, this is so much better. We've got a very simple message. Great news, the following upgrades are available. And we've got an easy way to compare what's available. Premium, business class, first class. How much does it cost? What do I get? And moreover, a button to actually go for it. So perfect. You put the user in control of the information. They don't have to go navigating off, clicking other buttons or typing in other questions. They can get all the information they want. If they're going to do an upgrade, they need to know about the classes that are available, how much they're going to cost, and you give it to them and you put them in control of that information. And let's say I want to now go to first class. I can click this button. Boom. It takes me straight into the seat selector. So it's a very, very simple interaction. And let's follow that through. Let's do that one more time and just show you exactly how that's going to work from the starting point and count how many interactions I have to do to get to a point where I'm booking an upgrade. So this is the end result. Flight status, great. Tells me everything I need to know. Ooh, let's have a look at upgrades. Okay, premium economy 200, extra leg room, business class, lounge access, free lunch and dinner, first class $1,000, lie flat seat. That's what I'm after, and the lounge, like it. So I've typed in one thing, flight status. I clicked a button, 2 interactions. I click another one, and I'm booking my upgrade. 3 interactions. Typed in one thing, clicked 2 buttons. Now that's efficient, and that's what users want. So in summary, these are the things that you should be doing to make sure that your messages, your responses that you build into your chatbot are actually getting read. The first thing is you want to keep your responses succinct, as short as possible. People don't read long messages in chatbots. Cut out everything that's superfluous, just boil it down to the absolute necessary information. Within those messages, if there are particular elements that are important, use formatting, bold, underline, highlight, whatever you need to do in bigger font to draw the eye to those important pieces. And that's what people will see first when the message pops up. So that's how you want to get their attention to the right place. Sometimes you do have to display a few sentences worth of information. Split it into multiple messages. It's remarkable the difference that makes. If you split a paragraph into 2 sentences and 2 messages, people will read it. They'll read the first one if it's short, and then there's a visual gap, and then they'll move on to the second one. So it's a really powerful technique. And this is really key. It really massively improves usability. And the responses you get from people who interact with chatbots, and they have these quick action buttons that pop up, and it's like, oh, that's magic. It kind of knows what I want to do next. So think about what the conversational flow is going to be. What are people going to be asking? What are they going to be wanting to do after the response you've just provided? And preempt it. Give them a button. They can click it, and off they go, and straight on to the next response. Really, really powerful technique. Strongly advise doing that. And finally, if you do come across situations where there's a lot of information you have to provide, as we saw in the case of booking an upgrade, where you want to show information on Premier class, business class, and first class, you can use a carousel. A really powerful technique. Puts the user in control of that information. It's displayed in a compact way, and it's a very, very powerful way, rather than sort of clicking backwards and forwards into different responses. Put all the information they need, put them in control of it, let them choose how to view it, and away you go. So if you utilize all of these techniques as you design your conversations, you're going to greatly improve the usability and the success rate, the uptake of your digital assistant. My name's Ryan Patrick, and you can find out more at Ocomonics.com. Thanks for listening.